Okay, starting off with a vise. That was fun. Then we've got, ooh, what was that? Oh, some trains for the spawn. Yep, and then some, you got to print the tracks for those trains. Print those several times, and that one actually turned out to be a pretty good print. I was happy with that one. I did end up printing some extras because the little knobs there on the tracks themselves, they do kind of snap if you're not careful. Next one, I decided to go ahead and reprint the knife, over-engineered knife sharpening jig that goes on a whetstone. I thought it was neat, wanted to print it again and try it out some more. This one is a little bit longer of a print, as you can see, which does bring me to, in a future print here that we're going to have in here, but it won't show for long, we do have our first fail on the bamboo, and I'm pretty sure that one was my fault. The reason I say that, there's another part of that jig. The reason I say that, though, is because I'd run out of filament, and I went to go add filament and restart the print, and I noticed after um, several layers that it didn't look like it was printing. Oh, there's a caliper. Like the caliper, that was a good print. Then the missus asked for something that she could hang shoes with. I like the design on it, but it didn't really stick to the wall when we used like those command strip deals or whatever they're called. Um, Maybe I just need better one of those. I don't know. And there's a clicky fidget, and here's the one that has the fail. So like I said, I got close. I realized it wasn't moving, so I kind of pushed the filament up in there a little bit. You can see that broken layer line, and it was a fail, so I restarted it. Now the trouble with this one, even after all that effort and all that printing, when it came down to it, this one just kind of sucked. So what it is a poop uh, uh, shelf for toilet paper, right? And that's pretty cool, and I like the idea and all. But if you can see those little grooves there in the front, those little grooves have another piece that slides into them. The trouble with that is they don't slide easy. So I ended up, as much as I hate to say it, I ended up having to smack this thing with a hammer. Did that one as a Mother's Day for the missus. Liked the caliper so much I printed another. And then I went ahead and did, since, it was Mother's Day and I like making stuff for the missus, uh, got her another jewelry box looking thing. This one was a neat little project and a good little print. I liked it. It turned out well. Everything fit together well, and I didn't run into any issues with it whatsoever. There are two plates on this one, the initial there and then the internals plate, where you have like a little bit of stringing there. I'm probably going to have to do some maintenance soon. Uh, then I finished up or started in with a couple of nail holders. You hold that, it holds the nail, and you save your thumbs. Well, that brings me to the current project, which I'm not done with yet. This one's going to be a biggie. Um, so I was looking around and it said that it could do an end table. Um, we'll see. We'll see. So far, so good, though. I have two of the legs out of the six printed. Um, from there, I'm going to have to print uh, the top and the connectors and all that stuff. But this one is a lengthy print. In fact, I don't even know how I'm going to talk through this whole amount of time because this one's giant. As you can see, it does a good job of not having to have too much supports, a little bit for the connector pieces, but then it goes into this kind of setup where it eventually gets to the spot where you put your connector pieces. And those connector pieces, there's only one way they go in. They're pretty smooth. Um, I don't know if you're going to get a chance to see it again or not. I did like the tree supports. I'm not 100% that they're going to be required, but it's better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. As I said, this is going to be one of the big ones. After I get this one done, I do believe that I took a quick break for putting together the connector pieces so that I could start getting each of these legs put together as they came through. All in all, I'm still impressed with the Bambu. I'm still happy that I got it. It was a worthwhile investment. If you like 3D printing but you don't like all the hassle, this is a good one for that. Um, in fact, I gave all my Ender stuff to a buddy of mine, and he's got it working, but he's also admitted that it's a lot of, it's just a whole lot of maintenance, a whole lot of tweaking with it, a whole lot of adjusting here, adjusting there, and then maybe it works. There we go. That's the print with the little in betweens. That's what you put in between the arms or the legs, I guess, for the table. Kind of like a dowel rod in a woodworking project. And then we're back to this thing again, which means that we're going to have tons and tons and tons of length on next time's video, because when it comes down to it, I still have a long ways to go. But that does bring me up to the other piece that I was kind of on the fence about and not sure. It looks like when it comes down to it, I'll probably do 16 videos at a time, just because that seems to download fine. Once again, I kind of lost track. This ended up with like 24 videos or something like that. And when I went to download, it got most of the way through and then it failed, resulting in me having to turn off the Bambu, wait for a couple moments, and then turn it back on again. Hey, amazing how that makes things work. But once I did that, then I was able to download the rest of the videos and start putting this thing together so I could post it on YouTube for everyone. I did take a break here. This was a fun project. So what this one is it's a under the monitor pen holder, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You just use that screw and you mount that thing up underneath the monitor. It holds pretty well. We've got a pretty tight grip on it, and it didn't result in any monitor damage or anything like that. I'm probably going to sneak in one or two of those for other various monitors in the house, because it is a good place to put pins where they don't sneak off and run off. Whoever designed that, that's a good one. As with most of these, unless I specifically say it's Hex 3D, most of these are coming from Maker World, which is something that is included when you get your Bambu. That's one of the neat things. Another neat thing about Bambu is that they actually give you content to print, and then they give you these token things that you can say thank you to the people that made the thing that you, or designed the thing that you decided to print on the Bambu. I am starting to run low on filament though, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.